Folks, we uh not what I wanted. We are live. Welcome to Gamers Health. I am Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR. With me, as always, on Saturday night is my wife Rachel,
How you doing?
R- best known as Rach, and
Yeah.
the puppy
She's back from her.
exile.
Yeah.
She no longer has the cone of shame.
Healing.
The cone.
We
of,
just put it in the recycling today.
we got rid of it. It's
Yeah.
gone. No more. And she is very
Excuse me.
very happy.
Yeah, and she's wearing her pink collar that was helping hold
And for the
the other
moment,
collar.
yeah, and for the moment, our girl Sadie is
Very happy
on her.
laying in her
She's
bed
yeah,
here,
she's
watching the world go by.
yeah, she's watching the dog, but she's not commenting, so we'll take that. Sausage Head, good evening. So this has been an interesting. Oh, Fugly. She would prefer the cone of ice cream. Yes, she would. Yes, she would. The cone
We'll
of
have to
ice
take her
cream.
for ice cream next time we go to up to Pennsylvania.
Oh yeah, but they got the doggy cones. So, with this when this dog was in her post surgery convalescence,
Mm-hmm.
is that a good way to call it?
Yeah.
Um, she handled the cone well,
Yes, she did. She stayed in it for the 10 days.
and then after
And
that,
then we put the bodysuit on her, her
yes,
little recovery suit.
or her prison suit, whatever you want to talk about it. It had stripes.
No, well, one of them had
One of them
stripes,
had stripes. Yes,
and then the other one was just like a nice little pink gingham.
I'm I'm not hallucinating, Rach. I mean, I could be, but I'm not.
Yeah, one of them was striped, purple and aqua blue.
Fugu, they make dog ice cream, Frosty Paws.
I never heard of it. Wow. Do they sell it at Petco?
Oh, that's a good question.
Hmm.
So, well, first off, this week the only doctor's appointment was this girl with her.
Yeah, it was her follow up, her post surgery follow up. And she did great. That was on Monday. And her wound healed up really nice. And they gave her a clean bill, so yeah.
So
she's doing great.
She still likes going to the vet. Go figure that one off. Oh, food goes. He gets it at Walmart.
Oh wow! We have to see where they would have that. Is it in the freezer section?
Yeah,
in the doggy? Oh, maybe the doggy refrigerator food.
Yeah. So for those who don't realize this, there are no Walmarts located within the 5 boroughs of New York City.
Yeah, we'd have to go to Long Island or up to well, it's close to the Pennsylvania house.
Right. But if we were going to do it in New York, we'd have to when we're visiting with our niece or something like that, we could check it out. But no, that's a good thing to know, because I am sure you would love puppy paws ice cream. So you really
can't have to look for it, girl.
You really can't see it in this lighting, but her chocolate highlights are coming out. It's very cute. Forever Young Kickboxer, running a BX campaign, and your vids are always good stuff.
Nice.
Thank you for what you do. Well, thank you for watching and for the feedback. Okay, any YouTuber who tells you that, oh geez,
sorry, I mean, just
scared me and the dog, that we don't need feedback. We love feedback. Good, bad, indifferent doesn't always help. You leave my drinks alone, but it really a positive feedback that we're doing the right thing is almost like the food from the heavens for us. It keeps us energized. So Brooklyn, it's a different type of giant Walmart that you're thinking of. It's not the Walmart from Sam Walton. I'll tell you that much. Actually, they're not allowed to be in the city. It has something to do with
Their zoning?
union laws or something like that.
Okay.
He goes, food says it's in the regular freezer section in his Walmart.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, no. Again, I feedback is tells me that I'm on point. Okay, and I do. I mean, I keep an ongoing virtual sheet on my second screen of viewer suggestions of what they want to see on future videos. And I'm not going to say I'll get to all of them, but they go into my brainstorming pile. And
that's great.
Well, because I know there's at least an audience of one for that stuff, and a lot of stuff is like you follow up videos. Now, I had planned on today to be a day to address the one sheets, which I'm not going to do as one sheets. I'm going to be putting them up on the blog side as posts. Made more sense once I finally thought about it. But then today, the wheels came off today. The wheels came off today a little bit. So I still have to record tomorrow's video, but Monday's is done. I do try to get ahead, so I'll probably have to record another one or two tomorrow to keep that forward pacing going. But no, thank you. And like I said, usually we do this is our update for our appointments. We didn't have any. This little girl did. Next week, we've got an assortment. Ryan, here's some feedback. I don't run BX. Any videos help me too. Well, I'm looking at some systems for solo play, and BX is in the running. Yeah, you can
solo play.
Yeah, using a single player.
Wow.
You know, BX is a pretty good system for that. OSE, Classic, or whatever they call the non-advanced rules. Or I think that might be a cleaner addition to work from. But as I'll give you back the puppy. Like when I do my videos, I always have these at my desk. They're my reference. Because honestly, I played a lot of it. Ran a lot of AD&D 1E. Ran a lot of AD&D 2E. Came into BX in my older years, and a lot of times certain bits and pieces become a mishmash between the different editions. So having my reference material at my desk is awesome. Oh, Foogly, you're gonna have to send that to me when you probably. I just finished up the first iteration of a new BX based app for quick DM stats. Foogly was working on Swords and Wizardry Light. Looks perfect. It really is spot on. And honestly, light systems like that are great for running a convention. Great for pickup games. Great also for long-term play. It allows the group to get a good rhythm going. Our cat's watching the dog. But she's watching the dog more like it's entertainment, not like she's upset, which is a good thing to see. My heart be still. So we did have a little bit of an puppy got too close.
Puppy's just under my chair.
Yeah, puppy's getting too close, and the cat's telling him. We got a phone call early in the week that I was sleeping and my mind looked at it and didn't recognize the name, and then it finally clicked when I saw a text message, and it was the daughter of an older friend of ours. Oh, my ear trumpet! Thank you for gifting Stuart membership. But oh, I got to keep scrolling down. I will have to do that.
Oh,
thank
wow.
You. No, Fooglies. That's one. But thank you. what happened was that there was a problem with the the heat. It's one of the older boilers where you have to do a manual feed every couple of days, and somebody
Nobody's been there really.
right. So we had to let the plumber in because we have keys for the house, and then that'll be our Monday morning,
Yeah, because they have to replace the boiler. Yeah.
and put an automatic feed in. Like we have an automatic feed here, so you don't have to feed the water in every couple of days. More so when it gets very cold. We've had some very cold days. Today is probably one of the coldest. Um, New York City generally doesn't have such long ass cold stretches.
Yeah.
So it's a rarity. Uh, Sausage, I spent a while city building this afternoon and lost track of time. And man, my back muscles between my lower shoulder blades and spine paid the price. I need to remember to take breaks. Well, that's going to be a little bit of a part of our conversation as a little bit later in the episode because it's important, right? And I'll be going to Sadie. What you stretch? Our cat's doing a stretch, and telling the dog where to go.
Luna, come back over this way.
If you heard a woof, that was the cat, and I hope you heard the woof because I've never recorded our cat making a woof yet. Never timed it right, but if she did it and it got caught by the mic, I guess I can show my friend. That's just a loud growl. That's nothing. That's nothing. But yeah, no. We've gotten to the point in New York City where all the asshole drivers are coming out because they've got stuck in the house for a week and a half.
And they forgot how to drive.
They forgot how to drive. They're very aggressive. They just want to get somewhere, and it is annoying. But we got my parents out for the first time in
a couple of weeks,
about almost 2 weeks. When the snowstorm hit, urban environments, you tend to get very large piles of snow as people shovel their sidewalks. Luna, what are you doing?
What are you looking for, girl? No treats right now.
Your water is there. But in urban environments, snow. If you get 8 inches of snow, you get 3-4 foot piles of snow, because snow has to get piled somewhere. People digging out cars have to put the snow somewhere, which we had to do ourselves. And our dog does not meow, Foogly, but our cat certainly has a woof, and I think that's from her 6 or 7 months.
Her days in the street.
Her days in the street. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. You're a tough girl. You are.
Usually
the
only individual that gets the woof is my son.
Yes.
Chris gets
I was going to say, we probably have it because we have a couple of videos of him feeding her.
And woof. It's hilarious. It's like, no, that's not the dog. That's the cat. And it was good getting my parents out. And we had to wait until Friday because finally there was a clean pickup and drop-off spot on our block.
Right. His mom isn't as mobile
they're in their 80s, folks. Yeah. It's, age catches up to all of us.
We're not having any falls happen on our watch.
No. Because when you get to a certain age, falls don't go well.
No.
Mick Watte, a high tank car, recently became a channel member. Love the vids. DN my first Dolanwood game today for my 5 players, and your vids have come in handy.
Sweet.
Kept the principles in the back of my mind. And honestly, worst come to worst, just keep the game moving. Trust your judgment. Okay, she's trying to get out.
She was jumping up on it.
Yeah.
And she's not anymore.
Okay. But just trust your judgment. So a little bit of a background with me. I started with 1E. and did a lot of running of 1E without knowing the full rules. And then I ran a lot of 2E in my college days and took a time off from gaming when I worked a real job. And when I came back, I ran 1E / Osric, but it wasn't where my new heart was in. 1E was just a bit more than I needed to keep a game flow going. So Swords and Witchery Complete wound up being that system for me. And then as time has gone on, I've learned to really appreciate BX. It's very streamlined. The procedures are spelled out in the rules. It's just that honestly, many of us ignored them back in the day. So, and you can and listen. The game will run if you ignore them. I just think that it runs better with them. Like they were there for a reason, and I like to present them in bite-sized, digestible pieces that you don't choke on an overwhelming video of data dumping. Yeah, Tuna, do you want to get picked up again?
You ready to come back up? No. Okay.
All right. But so that's, and I'm enjoying the videos. If you can't tell, I really do enjoy the videos. Mikwate, I have used my judgment when my game knowledge had run short, kept the session moving, and had a fun time for our first session. Dolanwood harkens a lot to BX. It certainly does. It's basically Gavin's house ruling of his own OSE rules, which are based on BX. Girl, if you're going to come up like that, then she's just playing hard to get. But yeah, I know I have the Dolanwood set. But I have yet to give it a full delve into, which I have to do. I promised myself I'll do reviews on this channel this year. Oh, shush. She's like, the dog is getting too active.
Yeah, she's...
So our kitty likes to give her opinions. But I think that Dolanwood is what could be considered a very complete house ruling of BX for a specific setting. And you can do that with a lot of the classic rule sets. They house rule pretty well. If you look at Adventurer Conqueror King system, that's another house ruling, especially the first edition of BX. You can see the roots there. If you look at Hyperborea from Jeff Talanian, that's a house ruling of 1E. Essentially, you can see what the engine is, but they just built a new chassis around it, and that's why these games can feel familiar and why you can beg, borrow, and steal often across systems. Oh my God, Kat! We hear your opinion, we just don't care. So for those that are regular viewers of this channel, but it's your first time checking in for Gamers Health, I guess we should give the elevator pitch, the quick synopsis.
Yeah, sure.
Back
in
2020, go ahead, Rach.
It was a year of hell.
Year of hell.
Well, yeah, it was a whole year of hell. It started okay. January was fine. A certain virus was far away from us.
Yeah,
so we thought.
Yep.
And then, we went through that. But on top of that, Erik had several hospitalizations.
Right. I was at TotalCon in 2020.
Yeah,
and
that's where it all
and I had trouble breathing one night, and she's fine.
Oh, what? Oh, she found the box of Kleenex. Turn around the other way and grab them. Never mind. There we go.
Okay.
Put them up top.
Yep. So I had trouble breathing, and we went to an urgent care, and they were like, "Oh yeah, you got an upper respiratory infection," and they gave me like nothing for it.
Yeah, take this bumblebee medicine.
Yes. It's a natural cure. So one of the signs that should have told me I had something more going on was that I couldn't walk long distances or short distances without getting out of breath.
Right, and he also had like a rattle
And,
in his chest, like
yeah.
when he would exhale, when he would inhale,
Yep. Yeah.
a whole.
So long story short, I'm treating this like it's an upper respiratory infection and COVID starts becoming a thing. So nobody really wants to go to a doctor's office, but it's not a big thing. It's just getting there. And then I really had trouble. So my father took me to my doctor, who right away took one look at me and said, "Yeah, you're going to the hospital." Threw me back in the car, took me to the hospital, Elmhurst Hospital.
Mm-hmm.
That was ground zero for New York's COVID.
Yeah, that was
way.
where but by the end of the week, they had like the freezer vans.
Yeah, outside.
Freezer trucks outside the hospital.
Yep.
To.
And by the way, I was the last patient my doctor saw for months. He told my mother that. Yeah. So I get to Elmhurst Hospital, and then they put me in like isolation, and I'm like, oh, this shit is getting real, and I was I was hallucinating. But why was I hallucinating? And well, because apparently I had sepsis too. So we used to call that blood poisoning when I was younger.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of stuff going to me. I had pneumonia. They put me in that reverse pressure room.
Yes.
That wasn't really a reverse pressure room. Well, it was jury rigged.
It jury rigged like tuberculosis, like isolation
room. And then they threw me out after like 3 days, 2 days. Yeah. Why? Because I even before the test came back, because they realized I didn't have it. But what I did have was congestive heart failure, which they did not catch.
Yeah, that was on none of the paperwork. Nothing.
No, they didn't catch that. That was not caught. So wound up putting on a lot of water weight over the intervening weeks, as we were thinking, oh well, this is just the end of the pneumonia, but it wasn't. It wasn't. I had congestive heart failure. So I had a second hospitalization, which lasted 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And by the way, the last week was because we couldn't get authorization for a life vest, which I thought as a D&D term was pretty cool. But it's the vest that would shock you.
It's like a defibrillator vest.
I got denied by a gynecologist. I always loved that.
Yeah, that is just the icing on the cake.
So, and then I got 3 stents when I was in there, and then another stent a week and a half later, and pissed out nearly 60 pounds of water weight when I was in the hospital, and was feeling good. And then end of the summer, I passed out at the local pub, outdoor seating.
Yeah.
And why was that? Because I was over medicated for my heart problem. So I had low blood pressure and low blood sugar. So, and that hospitalization was only for a few days, but there they found out that I had a fully occluded
jugular?
Oh
no, carotid.
Carotid artery.
Sorry.
So 3 hospitalizations in 2020, never had COVID. Our girlie is coming down. So you might want to pass me the doggo. She's okay. She's just
back up and shut up.
So it was a very interesting year. And after that third hospitalization, it became apparent to Rach and I that maybe we should start thinking about doing something for the community, because what I was going through,
there were several other people in the community go through heart troubles, through cancer, through major upheavals.
And generally speaking, a lot of times we think we're the only ones going through this. We're the only ones that understand it. I know, Tuna. You love you dirty. Oh my God. Yes. You lick my ear. But the thing is, we're not. my situation, the details of it might be unique to me, but the overall is not unique. Okay, and I've through doing this every Saturday night, or if we're at a convention, we might do it Sunday or Monday. But we like to keep to this because it's where we connect with the community and remind people that whatever you're going through, you're not alone. You know, it really, really, it matters, and our community matters, and our viewers matter, and we all matter to each other, and that's why this is a very honest live stream. McWatty, Dan Tankar, have been mucking around with pneumonia for a month too. Nothing major though. Plus, I'm a young guy. Doc said I should sort itself out. Very sad to hear healthcare doing you dirty like this. First hospitalization sucked. That was a city hospital.
Yes.
My next two hospitalizations, second hospitalization was St. Francis out in Long Island. They were a heart special. They were awesome. Everybody
Excellent
there.
Private hospital.
The doctors were awesome. I actually had the one doctor who's now in Florida, but he was just like, God has a purpose for you. Doctors don't talk like that. So when they did, because I had told him that Rach and I were starting up this Gamers Health live stream to talk to people about it, and he goes, "Told you, you got a purpose."
Mm-hmm.
So that, and the third hospitalization was another private hospital, and it was also good. But yeah, Jefferson Starship, good to see you, and Stephen Fowler, always good to see you. So that was my 2020. We didn't get COVID for another year.
Yeah, we got it at Christmas. We probably got it on Christmas Day.
Yeah,
in 2021.
Yeah, so we managed to hold it off.
And then we realized, like, by New Year's, we were sick.
Yeah,
and that's what it was.
Yeah. So I mean, but again, my line is in 2020. I was hospitalized 3 times. I never had COVID. Actually, when I got to St. Francis, they literally that morning had opened up a COVID-free wing. So when I got into the hospital, I was put into a wing of nobody had COVID, and not only that, I had a solo room for like the first 8 days. Then I had a few. Then my roommates were coming in and out, and some of them were really interesting peoples.
But
Death Angels, that doctor hanging out with Don's accountant. Listen, when my life vest got, and they appealed it. That's the reason why it took so long for them to finally all right, you know what, you probably don't need it. But I saw that it was a gynecologist that denied my life-saving heart device.
How did we find that out? We looked them up?
No, it was on the bottom of the paperwork. They
put their specialty?
Yeah, she put her specialty.
Right.
I was like, great, I was denied by a gynecologist. Roger, welcome. So that was my 2020. And that's why we do this. And this is very different than the other one.
We talk about our health. We talk about just topical things, different conditions that people can suffer with or live with, our own conditions.
Nick Wate wants to know my roommate's interesting behaviors. All right, so I had one guy that was great. All right, he had kidney failure, but he was spot on. He was not a. We had some conversations. Very interesting guy, younger guy, like 30. Oh, shut up! But I had one guy who was always trying to scam late night ice cream and other snacks. And I'd be trying to fall asleep, and then you'd hear, "Oh, she's ready to get down," and I'd hear things like, "I'm dying here. I need my ice cream," or my other whatever he was trying to druggy fiending for. No, she's just fucking with us. The cat's fucking with us. God damn it! And the other guy was barely coherent and was always calling for the nurse, but would never use the damn bell.
Oh God, he wouldn't use the button. He'd be
No,
like,
so one time he fell out of he half fell out of bed, and again, so I'm ringing the bell, and the nurses knew that if I rang the bell, because I was low maintenance, if I rang the bell, it was important. Like they come in, like, no, it's not me, it's him. Just I need my damn sleep, please, please, just let me. Death Angel goes, nobody ever called me about getting my life vest. Well, I'm sorry, dude. All right, well, then I won't move her over. She'll have to stay over here. Um, TXG, welcome. But that was 2020, and that really cemented the importance of this community. I mean, I always appreciated it. Listen, one major figure in our community was nice enough to wish me no good health during that period, but I think that they've maybe in over the intervening years they've softened their stance. I don't know.
doesn't matter. Whatever.
Yeah, Nick Wate, on a scale of scamming for ice cream would still get you a spot into heaven, though. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Mhm.
But it just sounded too much like what I used to deal with as a cop in the South Bronx in the late '90s.
Right. It was behavior.
It was the behavior. It was just like, oh, you gotta be kidding! Just shut up.
Well, that was his drug since he
Yeah.
couldn't use nothing inside the hospital, really.
Right, and I do think he was addicted to something.
Yeah.
That thing. My cardiologist surgeon wanted me to have one after my heart attack. Oh, the life vest. Yeah, sounded interesting to me. But yeah, no. And then when they finally, I mean, I would have been out of the hospital probably like 5 or 6 days quicker. Now,
But
that-
it did leave us kind of scared in the beginning.
yes,
We're
it's
like, oh shit.
I don't have it.
What the fuck?
But I will say this, and this is a great thing about St. Francis out in Long Island. I found myself referring to my hospitalization as what, Rach? My vacation.
Oh yeah, your vacation.
The food had you had a menu. You got to choose what you ate.
However, if you exceeded your
Yeah,
sugar content
yeah,
or your fat content or whatever they
they put me on a list.
they would say, "Oh, I'm so sorry. You've exhausted your
Yes, they
your
did
re-
tell me that.
your
Yeah,
amount of this for the day. Would you like to choose a this or that?
yes, and then I would also get
Like an
the
apple or
I would get the nutritionist calling me and going, I know that you feel that having a diet soda is a smart choice, but don't you think you'd be better off just having water? It's like, oh my God.
I mean, always,
Yes.
right? It's always a better choice.
Yeah.
Water.
McWater, yeah, I was a cop for 20 years, 96 to 2016.
Oh wow, similar.
Well, I'm telling when I was. He didn't know I was a cop.
Oh,
So
oh.
I
I thought he was
no.
giving you his.
No, so St. Patrick's Day of this year will be my 10th anniversary of my unofficial retirement. That's when I signed out for my last time, left my uniforms behind. I had one more appearance, which they call the admin day, and then July 17th of that year was my official off the books day. But yeah, we're coming up on 10 years.
Wow.
Yep. And then something that they generally say if a cop can live 10 years in retirement, they'll live 20 or 30. It'd be either short-lived in retirement or long-lived in retirement. John Mealy is
Yeah, an example of the long.
and generally, I think what happens is that your first couple of years, the adjustment is for some just not a good adjustment. And I'm not saying they get into drug use, but they abuse alcohol or other vices, and because in a way, it was good for me that in the end I was riding a desk. But if I had been on patrol for 20 years, I'll tell you the truth, the adrenaline rush when I was covering for Hurricane Sandy, that adrenaline rush is a drug. It's as much a drug as anything else in this world. So, McWate, I actually worked 5 years in the hospital as a logistics guy.
Okay.
Only switched it up since last month. Well, congratulations. Jefferson Starship, do you have to come back to testify in old cases after retirement? No, because I left out of internal affairs and we didn't have any. I didn't have any criminal cases that I was investigating. And honestly, if they're gonna bring me back for any of that stuff, you better be paying me.
Yeah, you're right.
Shadow, great to see you. Death Angel, they kept bringing me food. I don't eat when I was in the hospital. My wife had to go and get me something I would eat. Well, I couldn't get visitors for my first two hospitalizations
Yeah.
because it was COVID time.
Yeah. So I kept having to go like drop off like iPads and
Yes.
clothes and
But what was my third hospitalization?
but thank God that was close to home.
Yeah, my third hospitalization, I got like shrimp one day because
Oh yeah, that was really good.
again, now my third hospitalization, private hospital, the food was good, but you had no choice. You got what they served. You didn't have a choice of a menu. Thank you, Shadow. Yeah, it was a really good son.
That was really
Tom.
good shrimp curry.
Yes, DMing. You know what? DMing can be a drug. It's an adrenaline rush. I know I still get stage fright even at this point, but that's usually because most of my DMing is often at a convention. So I've got a bunch of strangers at my table, and I got to make sure I give them a good time. You know. So you are. All right, hold on, Rach. Can you lower the girl down? But let's pivot.
What's going on?
We'll pivot a little bit into what the actual title of this live stream is, which is your session zero for your own personal health, and that can happen.
Of your own.
You know,
Yeah.
it's that assessing of yourself, and it can be about at the game table, right? Because if you ever watch my live streams, you'll often see me do and that is because my caucus bone gets tight no matter. I might have a cushion here, it doesn't make a difference because I have sciatica. So you have to. I think the first part about
Luna, out of here.
successfully evaluating yourself is to know what your issues are. You know, I'm overweight. You know,
Right, and then being sedentary, like it's a sedentary game, right? You sit.
Yep.
Or you do a lot of sitting in preparation of these things, and we as we sit, we stiffen.
Yep. So
yeah.
You got to make sure you stretch. Like if I'm running a game at a convention, if I'm running a 4-hour slot, I'm gonna have at least 2 breaks.
Right. And also, something that you can do too as you're kind of sitting there at the screen, at the gaming table that nobody even has to know about is you can kind of do a body scan, how quick or
Yep.
how long you want to focus on it. But just being able to kind of like move your awareness through different parts of your body, and get a sense of what's going on there. Am I holding tension? Does it feel heavy? Does it feel light? Things like that. And just rotating your awareness through sort of like, your face, your shoulders, your jaw. This is where we hold a lot of tension. And if you become aware of that, you can be able to use your breath to be able to resolve some of that, or be able to, take some other physical action when you are able to get up from the table or from the screen.
I mean, I can tell you right now, my neck and my shoulders are tightening.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'll just do a little bit of a shoulder roll, a little bit of a neck roll, and it feels, I don't know, 80% better. It's not perfect. I'm sure if I spent another 30 seconds doing it, I feel a lot better.
And even syncing breath with, your awareness of what's going on in your body. Like if you start to feel some tension in your neck, just breathing into that tension, and then as you release, letting it go, and you can actually feel a difference because, as you breathe correctly, you breathe all the way into your lungs, fully down in there. Like when I say belly breath, like your belly doesn't breathe, your lungs breathe, but your belly extends. So, belly extends, your ribs extend as you take the full breath,
Right.
full slow breath. And as that happens, often on the exhale, I'll hear a couple of pops, like, or just little, of the tension kind of releasing.
Hmm. So, Sebastian, one of my coding teachers would. Are you worrying whether doggy
You're
issues?
being a busybody. Yes,
What?
you are.
One of my coding teachers would force us to get up, leave the classroom, and walk for 5 minutes every hour.
Oh, okay. That's
Well,
cool.
when I was in the police academy, you were only allowed to leave the room for two things if you were in class: to go to the restroom or to go to the water fountain. So there was no wandering. But trust me, the moment somebody came back from using the restroom, somebody else got up.
I
We
think
were,
that's a human nature
but
thing.
we were,
Unless you were planning something or doing something.
no. The only thing is, it was bad. It was bad planning for later on in my career because that meant that you were trained to always be hydrated and always looking for the bathroom on post. Mick Wade, oh man, I'm 25 and I have no health issues yet. I do feel stiff after a DMing session because of
Yeah.
the stress and the lack of taking enough breaks.
Yeah.
How old are you? I am. I got to do the math in my head. 58. Believe me, I
Oh,
lose track.
54. You can know.
Yeah, rate gives itself right up.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I started gaming uh, when I was 13. Uh, you are that interested in where the dog is?
You are such a busybody, Sadie. You go away from there. If you want to play with the fish, you play with the
The
fish.
fish, but play with it somewhere
Play
else.
them over there. Here.
But like when I GM, especially at conventions, Rach will tell you this. I don't sit. As a player, I sit. But as a GM, I stand. Now, one of the reasons why, and I think about this now, like I probably should have a standing sitting desk. But a reason why I stand when I GM, part of the reason, and the stated reason that the table asked me, is I like to be able to check my voice. I like to be able to walk over to players. Crowded convention. Sometimes you need to project. You need to. But the reality is, if I sit as a GM for too long, I'll feel it. I'll feel it in my lower back. I'll feel it in my shoulders. It'll tense up. I'm better off standing. As a player, if I find myself tensing up, I can just get up randomly and stretch it out. But as a GM, I don't have that option as often. I just stand, and also it gives an extra seat at the table for somebody who's going to drop in, whether it's my wife or somebody walking by. I like to accommodate as many as I can. Just Shadow 58 also been gaming since 79. So I would like to say 79, 80 because it was probably 79, but it was Christmas break of 79, 80. So I know that, but I don't know if it was before or after the new year. I have no idea. My friend Kenny's house. It was one on one.
Luna,
Uh
I'm with you.
1967, Mikwate. I was born in '67, and
Stop.
when I was your age, I was like, oh my god, 50s is so old.
Yeah, no.
And now I have a son that is. Hold on, I gotta do the math in my head. 34.
Uh,
Yeah, he's gonna be. Oh my god, he's gonna be. Yeah.
93.
All right. Oh wait, no. So my math is off. All right, so he's 32. Gonna be 33. But yeah, no, it's like, do I feel old? Listen, age catches up to all of us. Okay. Uh, Death Angel's 52. Sausage Head 54. But the thing is, if you're a gamer, right?
No.
I know Fugly 57 is so young. But here's the thing: when you're a gamer, you're doing so much that keeps your brain young, and it keeps our cat young and vocal.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I think that's the dog.
Oh, the dog keeps her young and vocal. But it, the only option to not getting old is not the option that we want, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Right. So hey, my parents are in their 80s. God bless them. You know, I'm in my 80s. I plan to still be gaming. The only way you're going to get me into an old folks home is there better
As if
be.
they have like
Is there BX being played today?
yeah, and is there gaming constantly?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Listen to
I
me.
think that would be so brilliant. Does anybody know of anybody work related to that space of retirement home,
I mean, it's the
nursing
age, right? The
home?
age is getting there. You know?
Yeah, that would be great.
Uh, Roger, 46 here. Fugle, your
For their
cat plays.
brain health.
Your cat
Yeah.
plays D&D. Her predecessor, Ashley, used to enjoy rolling dice. The Dungeon Morph dice, the ones that like you won at North Texas, that she would take them and swat them off my desk, and then go down and.
No, what are you trying to bite on?
She's trying to dig something out. What are you trying to dig out? Yeah, I'm gonna. McWater, gaming, reading, having a good talk keeps the brain running. I noticed that you're very eloquent. Oh, wow. I put on a good show, don't I?
Oh
Thank you. But part of my prior responsibilities were I had to do training for an outside agency and our own agency in the NYPD. And I learned early on, especially if you're trying to do informational stuff, that if you read it or you go from the we got it up on screen. We got the PowerPoint up
The
on screen. We got the slides going. Read from the slide. Nobody gives a shit. Doggo, what are you doing? I think
you got to clean over there.
I got. Come on, but I just learned that you have to be. I don't want to say entertaining, but you got to be a bit more involved in what you're teaching. You just can't.
Well, you have to choose really good examples for people, examples that people can relate to.
Oh, come on.
That's how it is in my experience.
Okay.
I'm still a social worker, but I am a retired social worker.
Okay. You.
I don't think she's gonna be happy with that.
Okay, you. And the Emperor's Choice back scratcher, like you would.
No, not that.
You were digging at. Yes, you were digging at this. Oh yes, that's what she was digging at.
Well, that's not for you. She wanted to bite the wood. No.
Catnip dice. I have a new goal. Yes. Sebastian, 46. Roger's 46. You can't touch the keyboard. You can't touch the keyboard. The cat's not allowed, and you're not allowed. What? Bring in a robot jar does not sound like fun. 10 Cars Tavern. No. We've been watching season 2 of Fallout. We will pass on that.
What was the other one?
The brain in the brain in a robot jar.
Never heard of it.
Now that was remember when the brother before he released everybody. That was the brain in the little robot body. Yeah,
I didn't understand that.
That's okay. Cats and Dogs RPG. I might give.
That's a no.
Bunnies and Burrows a run for its money. I don't know if Dennis Astaire would agree with you on that one. McWater, had a short period studying to become a teacher, and the skills to engage the classroom translate directly into being a better DM for your players. Yeah. Time not wasted. Yeah, no, I worked retail for 8.5 years before I became a cop. Okay, and if you're going to be successful at retail, and I say I worked retail, a good portion of that was selling electronics, TVs, and stereo equipment and other assorted. You learn to engage people and have a conversation and to listen and to
what
get
do you
feedback.
need and what can we get for you? Yeah.
And as a police officer, you learn voluntary compliance is much better than having to roll with somebody on the street. And I was very much in favor of voluntary compliance. You got voluntary compliance generally by dealing with people in a firm but not necessarily assholic way of
Well,
speaking.
you're firm, but is a social worker too. You're firm, but like you're not talking down to, and you're not berating
Right.
somebody. Yeah.
Agile, welcome. So, yes. And now the cat's happy that this dog's being held.
Yeah.
She just didn't want the dog getting into stuff.
You're a good girl. Look
Yeah.
at those eyes. Very sweet.
Yeah. So she's our cat's the disciplinarian in the family, apparently.
Yeah.
God only knows. But yeah, so part of successfully getting older is also realizing your limitations.
Yeah.
When I was in high school and college, I could fill my backpack up with every book for TUI. So back then, that was the Players, the DMG, the monstrous compendium, and the whole huge folder. Uh, and of course, all the complete books, and yeah, all that crap. And I could walk a mile with it, and I wouldn't feel it. Now,
You'd have to do a lot of work to get there.
yes, a lot of frequent breaks. So you got to adjust for your age. Not everybody is my father. Well, I will say he's 82, 83. Occasionally still goes metal detecting at the beach or beach combing or beach hunting, as they call it. He's in great shape. God bless him. I'm not in that great shape, but always working to improve, small
Yes.
steps, but also know your limitations. I've been able, like, part of my issues are I've had stenosis in my shoulders, part of it from radiation. But as Rach has noticed over the last, I don't know, year or two, I've been able to get more motion out of and more reach out of my shoulders. But there's still an absolute limit, which I realize and I have to respect.
Mm-hmm.
Mikwate, using charisma instead of strength does usually lead to better outcomes in general.
There you go.
Yes, it does.
Using your personality, using your
Yeah.
ability to
It's Fugly, the cat police is the dog.
have people feel
Yeah,
part of. Yeah.
that's ass backwards. Our cat spent time on the street. This dog is pampered. So you figure that out. You got the street personality and the pampered puppy. Who's gonna come out ahead? Not the puppy. Fugly, now you can put all those books on your iPad or phone. Well, I could put them on my phone, but I'll never be able to read them because even though I have the larger screen iPad like Rach does, I can't read a book on that. That ain't that happening. But I do like my iPad for that. Is it my preferred method? No. My preferred method at a convention is running Swords of Wizardry Light, which is 4 pages, and I can easily catch that. Sebastian, can I ask what is the longest session that people have played in one go? Just over 20 hours, and then my friend Jerry's parents told us in no uncertain terms to get the fuck out and go home. You all aren't sleeping at my kitchen table. That was up in the Poconos. And he was quite right about that because we started gaming at like 10 o'clock in the morning. And actually, maybe, yeah, it was about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning when we got thrown out. So maybe 16 hours. I when I got home with my uh with another friend of mine who couldn't go back to his house because he didn't have keys. And I had to. I didn't have keys, so I had to sneak into the back
Mm.
where we had a hidden key.
Oh, okay.
And then by the time we got settled in, the sun was coming up because it was summertime.
Yeah.
So uh,
What are other people
McWater,
saying?
our table's longest session was 5.5 hours, DM'd by my buddy. 20 hours is insane. There were 4 of us. We were
That is
insane,
insane.
but we were in high school, and it was something that sounded like a good idea at the time. Was it a good idea at the time? According to Jerry's parents, no. Because we didn't tell anybody either that we were not going to. We just decided somewhere in the middle of the game that this was just going to keep running and rolling, and we were going to keep it going. Death Angels, 24 to 30 hours.
Oh my god.
But it gets a little punchy towards the end.
I bet.
Yeah, our walk home was, you remember where Jerry's house is? The top of Woodland.
Oh, okay.
So where the old pickup truck was parked for years until they finally just towed it out.
Oh.
So all right, probably the equivalent of like 3 or 4 block walk here in the city, but yeah, it was it was a long session, and you know what? They were right to kick us out because it just wasn't going to be a good way to end the day if we had stayed. Fugly, our record was 3 days.
No way. How?
I see. Now, if you ask me, like, well, what's your longest shift, and not counting the blackout, my longest shift was 30 hours straight.
Wow.
And then I was kicked out. Only problem is I was kicked out and driving home. This was early on, back in like '99. I understood what drunk driving was because driving down Bruckner Boulevard, I was yelling at people at the lights because they were stopped at lights and then they would go through
They were
lights.
stopped at green light. I mean, they were stopped at
They were stopped.
red lights.
They were stopped at red lights, and I thought red meant go, and green meant stops. And then I didn't figure it out until I got to the tolls on the Triborough Bridge, and I saw the line of cars were at the green lights to pay for that. I went, "Oh my god!" I had it backwards. I was lucky. I made it home alive. McWate. Fugly, we were passing out. Took breaks for meals.
Oh, wow.
McWate, my idea of a nice vacation would be to with my group in the woods, playing for a full couple of days. Death Angel, until fairly recently, I never played a short session, 4 to 5 hours. When I was a kid, all right, into my college years, our sessions usually kicked off around 3:30, 4 o'clock, and lasted until like 10:30, 11. That's when we did the weekly Sunday games until
until they were due home or whatever.
No, we were in college.
Oh.
But that was the only day that everybody had off.
Got it. Okay.
And we couldn't start earlier because I had to hang with my girlfriend beforehand. But then I had to be home to get to run the game, and then everybody else brought food, so that was the compromise. And then when I started working occasional Sundays, they would pick me up at work.
Oh,
which was nice.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've only ever had convention play.
Yeah, Rach only really has played at conventions, although you've been invited to some of the online games.
Oh, I lied too. We were playing. We were doing an online game with a tabletop.
Oh yeah, with Don.
Yeah.
All right.
But that wasn't crazy long.
No, it wasn't. Oh, actually, starting Monday, I'll be in every other week 2-hour session or so.
Oh.
With Joe, Matt, and Tim.
Oh.
Rachel's like, I didn't know about that.
That's okay.
8 to 10. You can make all the noise you want. You can be on your drums. We're not broadcasting it.
I will.
There you go. You see. Death Angel. We would gather around noon and play to 1 to 2 a.m. Like I said, though, we took an hour here and there for lunch, dinner.
Who's the facilitator of that game?
Yeah, who? Sorry, I'm going to translate this from social worker speak.
Sorry.
Who was the DM
DM.
or GM?
June.
McWate, aren't those awkward hours? Our sessions start from 13 to 17 ish. So, okay. Or from 19 to whatever. Military time, for those that don't know. Allows for everyone to eat something before beginning and ending at a reasonable time. Reasonable times are for wussies. Sebastian, I play a lot less often now, and our average these days is around 8 to 10 with a dinner in the middle. And God bless.
That's cool.
I hear a lot of groups do like the big dinner in the middle of their game. If
But like they make
big,
something that
yeah, they
like
make a big event of it.
Oh, like is it like a catered dinner, or like just do like a
Somebody
like a tacos thing, like
or
you
somebody
make something that
somebody. It's like sometimes like people will bring over like
people
whoever.
can nosh on.
Yeah, but sometimes people do like really big meals, but usually it's. I think it's meals that are meant to be like a one pot. Usually.
Okay.
Sausage head Friday nights in junior high school, and then we did Saturday mornings into afternoons in the high school. Yeah, college before I was working a regular full time job was was playing like multiple times during the summer. Every week we'd be playing like 4 or 5 times, and then we all got jobs, and then it became we got to set a day aside. McWate, yeah, those are wussy European time notations. Sorry for the confusion. No, it's okay. I spent my career using military time, so I still even my little cheat sheet of our appointments that I have on my second screen.
Yeah, that is in it.
It's all in military time. When I was a kid, my father worked for the phone company, and they did military time, and I was
anything that's a 24 operation.
Yeah,
like the hospitals do it. We had it when I worked in Elmhurst.
Death Angel, the guy hosting loved to cook, and I was the DM. People would bring sides, snacks, drinks. Yeah, I mean, you make it like a party, and I think something like that. If you did it like once a month on a regular schedule, it becomes an event.
Yeah, that's really nice.
You know. See now our cat is facing the opposite direction, like she doesn't want.
Yeah, like Jason does when he had his there for, it was like barbecue and playing, so it was like eating, playing.
Oh yeah.
Playing. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was fun. We were out on Long Island, so but I'll be at TotalCon in 2 weeks. So what I will probably do is I'm going to bring my Swords and Wizardry Light rules. I'll bring a deck or two of the Inkwell Designs encounter decks. And if somebody wants to do a pickup group and I got a couple of people on a spare table, I can run a game for 2 to 3 hours. I mean, I may even go as far as to use Fugly's random character generation system and come with pre-gens and really expedite it, but we'll see. Oh my God, Death Angels, not only do I use 24-hour time, I use both local and UTC. UTC is what Greenwich Mean Time, I believe, or something like that. I know it's not Utah. Utah time control.
I've never heard of UTC.
Steve Fowler. I'm so tense with my jaw. I bit through my first occlusal guard. When my dentist saw that, he made a new one that's probably 3 times as thick and reinforced with wire mesh.
Wow.
Yeah, that's tense.
Yeah.
Well, our kitty has moved over.
You know, there's like a certain things that you can do to kind of like release the jaw, like like massaging up in here, like a certain place where you just push with both hands to like let your jaw drop, and maybe that could help you, release some.
Yeah. Well, gee, we've passed the witching hour. It is 9:05 here in New York City. Our plans for tonight are likely to finish off season 2 of Fallout, and this doggy is going to be excited because she watches Fallout.
Yes, she does.
She watches Fallout, and the scenes that get everybody else a little like nervous and scared, she barks at, and she gets all excited.
Yeah, like she's like looking into the TV, like waiting to see what's gonna happen, and then she'll, yeah, as the excitement and the tension builds, she's like, "Arr, arr, arr, arr,
One quick thing, Sausage Head has a question about for me. What did you think of Crips and Things? It is a swords and sorcery take on swords and wizardry. I think Newt did a great job, and I like it. And honestly, if I didn't have the plethora of choices in front of me, it's one of the systems that I would consider running. But right now, I'm knee deep, ass deep, neck deep in BX because I'm enjoying it very much because of the procedures are just so. I don't know. They fit the video format very well as instructional stuff that you can pick up and plug and play into more than just BX. But I mean, Swords and Wizardry in general as a whole is just a very accessible system. And again, I think Newt did a great job with Crips and Things. So, McWadi, gotta go to sleep now. It's 3 a.m. here.
Oh,
God bless you.
God bless.
We're gonna go ourselves. Be good, everyone.
Take care, everybody.
God bless. We'll catch next week. I'm going to no. Next week we'll be here. 2 weeks I'll be at TotalCon, so we'll probably do Sunday. But all right, folks. Good night.